Real Madrid 1, Sociedad 0, and based on my reaction, you should think that I should be happy. The fact that we won the first leg away from home, despite the fact we didn't play well, but we still managed to get a crucial away win, which puts ourselves in a very good position for the second leg where we could potentially afford to rest a couple players. But I think the most disappointing news of them all was what came out after the game, and actually not after the game, towards the end of the game, when Dani Ceballos went down, he got taken out, he could barely walk, he got literally helped out, he started crying, but towards the end he started to walk, which again doesn't really mean anything that crazy. And I mean, listen, let's talk about everything. Let's talk about the lineup, a lot of changes. Let's talk about the first half performance, the second half performance, the player ratings, the Dani Ceballos potential, how it could impact us. But most importantly, let's talk about as well the Haywan of the match, because I can't lie, there is about 3 players that deserves to be a Haywan of the match for today. Before I start, don't forget as always to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and of course comment your own thoughts about the game and what you took away from the game itself. This is how Real Madrid played, with Lunin in goal, Raul, Tchouameni, Rudiger, Fran Garcia, complete makeshift back line. You had Ceballos, Camavinga as the pivot, Jude as a 10, Vinny, Arda Güler, and Endrick. Of course, the biggest takeaways of the lineup itself is Raul playing as a right back. Tchouameni, who's been playing as a DM over the past 2 games, is returning to play as a centre back. Of course, Jude Bellingham returns into starting 11 after being suspended, and will be suspended for the next 2 games, which is the league game and the Champions League game. But of course, the returns of the starting 11 players like Endrick and Arda Güler, starting for the first time ever, both of them since the game against Leganes, where we won in the quarter-finals. And the first 45 minutes, it was very timid. It was very slow. It wasn't fun to watch. It was very, I mean, listen, I'm going to be real. Are we surprised? This has been Real Madrid this whole season. Just the way we played, just the way we build up, especially when we don't have the main players playing. And it was, I mean, listen, the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, we could barely beat the press. Like Sociedad was pressing with so many numbers, and we could barely beat the press. But we never pressed them with a collective. Like, we were very lazy with our press. But the goal itself came from out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere, against the run-off play, because I think Sociedad was picking up momentum. It came against the run-off play. Vinny wearing the captain armband today, and I'll talk about his performance in the first half and second half, because it's completely night and day. He of course won the ball, great tracking back, winning the ball, and it started the attack. Endrick was pretty much here. I loved Endrick's movement. Endrick's movement was exceptional. This is what I want from a striker, especially someone who's very, very motivated. He literally, Vinny passed the ball to him, Endrick passed the ball to Jude, and Endrick then made that run in behind the defense, and Jude managed to find him with an exceptional peach of a pass from Jude Bellingham. But the finish from Endrick, bro, I'm going to be so real, yeah. That finish from Endrick, it's not a player who's been on the bench, who's barely been playing, who hasn't started since literally last month. It's someone who's been, you could see confidence, you could see a bit of arrogance in that finish, literally outside the boot, but the control. I loved his first touch on his knee, and it was so beautiful. And again, I'm not gonna, I mentioned in my watch along, I'm not comparing the player, I'm not comparing the magnitude of the game, I'm just comparing the finish, and especially the first touch with his knee, because it really, really reminded me of Messi against Nigeria. I'm not too sure if it's 2014 or 2018, but that goal where Messi controlled it with his knee and it chipped it, bro, that was Endrick, controlled it with his knee and the outside of the boot. Exceptional, elite goal by Endrick. A crazy goal by Endrick. And that was pretty much the only goal of the game. Like, we ended up the first half very slow. The second half, it was so bad. Honestly speaking, it was so bad to watch, because the player performances dropped massively. It dropped massively. It didn't help. Of course, bringing in Lucas Vazquez in the second half did not help at all. It didn't help as well. Alaba coming on, which meant Rudiger was still playing for 90 minutes. It didn't help having Vinny playing one of the worst second half displays I think I've seen. Fran Garcia was awful, but the man himself, who in my opinion, listen, let's I think now talk about player ratings, because I think, let's start with, ironically enough, for me, man of the match is Lunin. Lunin basically said to us, yo, this is me from last season. Now, don't forget me. This is what I did last season for you guys. This is how I did. He made a crucial save in the first half, and 2 crucial, and I repeat, 2 crucial saves in the second half. The header from Ozabayal and the shot from Kubo, like he was elite in the second half. Even the first half, the shot in the first 5 minutes of Kubo and Ozabayal towards the end of in the first half where he made like a low dive-in save on the right-hand side. He was elite. Like, listen, he saved us completely. Raul wasn't good, but of course it came out that the players was pretty much abusing him this whole first half, saying that he should die, hence the reason why he got taken out. But even before that, he didn't play well. He misplaced a couple passes. He was very lazy with his passing, but I think defensively he did well. I think Raul, it was one of those less average performances, but then again, he's not a right back, he's a centre back. So for Raul, I'm gonna give him a 5.5. Tchouaméni was my second best player of the match. Second best player of the match. And this is why I say respect him, bro. This is why I say put some respect on his damn name. Whether that's playing as a DM and getting man of the match, or if that's playing as a centre-back and getting man of the match. Crucial blocks, crucial interception. And at one point, it felt like he was our only centre-back because of Rudiger. You could see, it was so evident he was injured. It was so evident he was forcing himself to play. But Tchouaméni was so good, bro. Like, showing leadership, telling his players to drop deep. I loved his performance. I loved his cameo. And even when he went into the midfield, he literally could have had an elite assist with a back heel, which the goalkeeper saved from Jude Bellingham. But for me, Tchouaméni, beautiful. Second best player of the match for me. Rudiger, bro, like I said to you guys, he forced himself to play. Like, you could clearly see he wasn't healthy. You could clearly see he wasn't fit. But this is what he does. He doesn't care, bro. He dies for the badge. He dies for the badge. The performance he had was okay. It was nothing bad, nothing crazy. There was a couple of times where I felt like he was out of position, but I think he recovered in certain moments decent as well. I think it helped having Tchouaméni next to him, where he literally, in my opinion, like Tchouaméni carried him today. Literally carried him in certain moments where he had to come in with a clutch interception or a clutch block. But I think Rudiger, I'm going to give him a 7. Even injured, he was okay. May Allah bless me. Fran Garcia. I'm not going to say, you know what, Fran, I'm not going to say much because Ramadan's coming up. Wallah, Ramadan's coming up. I'm not going to say too much. I'm not going to say what I feel about you. But Ramadan's coming up. Okay? Ramadan is coming up, my bro. Pathetic. Absolute pathetic. And you know, my bro, I'm not going to say what I feel about you. Because if I say what I want to say about you, it's going to be a long day. This video is going to be 30 or 40 minutes. Just believe it was one of the worst performances. My brother, you were fortunate. And again, you're lucky Ramadan's coming up. And I don't want to say what I want to say. Let me just give you a 4, okay? You know what? Let me give him a 5. 4 is too harsh. I think he made few. He had few good moments. Nothing crazy. Ceballos. Oh man, I hope and I pray that the news of Ceballos is not bad. I mean, listen. Let's have a look. Let's have a look if the news of Ceballos is bad, because I've got a bad feeling, bro. I've got a bad feeling, bro. Yeah, it looks bad, bro. It looks bad, bro. Bro, look at this. That's bad. That is bad, bro. That is bad. I don't know, the way he could barely walk at one point, and towards the end, he of course started to walk. His reaction, I think, said a lot. I think his reaction speaks louder than any sort of words. Of course, Real Madrid will undergo all the tests possible tomorrow. But for me, it looked like that is going to be a massive... It's going to be an injury. I think it's going to be... If we're lucky, he might be out for 2 months. If we're lucky, he might be out for like 6, 7, 8 weeks. But it looked bad. He wouldn't react like this if it wasn't... if it was okay. I hope it's not deep. I hope it's not serious, because he's been so crucial in that midfield, and he's given us another element and another dimension to this midfield that we didn't have. And this will be a huge blow. This will be a massive, massive blow for Real Madrid. Not only just for what he's added to us, what he's given us, but also on the element of allowing him to play means Tchouaméni can play as This is bad, bro. Honestly speaking, this is bad. This is so bad. That's why, you know what? I don't even give one a rating, bro. You know what? You know my rating. Uh, can I say? Get well. Oh yeah, I can't even write something, fam. Camavinga. Let's talk about Camavinga. First half, come on, bro. Like, you need to do better. Come on. You need to do way better. First half performance wasn't good. I'm going to be so real. It wasn't good. I wasn't happy with the first half performance. The second half, you picked it up a little bit. In the second half, when Alaba came on, you went a bit more advanced, which I think worked to your favour because I think you were a bit more effective. But it wasn't the best of games from Camavinga. And I don't know, man. Osasuna was a bad game. This is now a bad game. Even though you had a good cameo when it came off the bench against Girona. I'm just hoping you're now back fully healthy, because when you are back healthy, you're elite. But recently, we haven't seen that. For that reason, I'm going to give Cam a 6. Then we have Arda Güler. Like, Arda Güler, I'm going to be real here. This is the kind of performances that you do, which gives Carlo Ancelotti a reason not to start you, not to give you any sort of minutes. You haven't had a single minute of the past 5 games. The last 5 games, you've been literally 0 minutes. The last 7 games, you've only had 60 minutes where you played against Leganes. I think it was, yeah. But, bro, you're not giving Ancelotti, like, a reason. Like, you're not fighting for your position. Like, today's display, you lost the ball too many times. You were too careless with it. You were forcing a lot of things, which I understand. You're trying to impress. You're being desperate. You've got one game to basically showcase what you can do. But today wasn't the day, bro. Like, now, if Carlo doesn't play you, I mean, this is bad performance. Bad performance from Arda Güler. That was such a bad performance from Arda Güler. You know what? Fran Garcia can't be better than Arda Güler, bro. There's no way Fran Garcia is better than Arda Güler, bro. Then you have Jude Bellingham. For me, Jude was good. I think you could see he was fatigued. You could see he was a bit tired, even though he got rested last game. But I think this is Jude. I can't lie. This whole fatigue thing with Jude, I think this is Jude every game. Because of the fact, the shoulder injury, of course, the shoulder still hurts. And he hasn't had a surgery. So the shoulder will always impact him in game because he's not doing anything to fix it. So it would always hurt him. But I think Jude was good. I think Jude, the assist was exceptional. Second half, he was there helping, creating, defending. I think Jude was okay. I'm going to give Jude a 7.5. Vinny, first half was good. First half was very good. Second half, mamma mia. What did I witness in the second half? You were shooting when you should not be shooting. You were passing when you should not be passing. You were dribbling when you should not be dribbling. You should have passed when you should have passed. The second half might have been one of the worst second half performances of Vinny so far this season. And that's been quite a few of them. That was a bad game. But his first half was good. Endrick, for me, the third best player of the game. What a game. There was 2 moments which to me said a lot. Like 3 moments of Endrick that to me highlighted his talent and what he can do and why he should get a lot more minutes. And hopefully, if we don't give him minutes next season, he should be going on loan because we can't waste him. The 3 moments is, one is the goal itself that he scored, exceptional goal. Secondly is the control, great control, and the shot power, the power that he created from that shot, which hit the crossbar. And thirdly, the pass in between the defense to Jude Bellingham, which led to Vinny's shot. Which when Jude had a run in behind the defense, he then passed it to Vinny, and Vinny's shot, of course. But that pass, the timing of the pass, the weight of the pass in between the defense, great pass. Like those 3 moments told me a lot about Endrick and what he can do, especially from someone who hasn't played many minutes, bro. He hasn't played many minutes, but you still play him and you still look at what he does. Last game against Girona, he had 3 minutes and gave you a good moment where he passed to Mbappe, where Mbappe should have scored. This game, his first start since last month against Leganes, and he gives you a goal, he gives you another chance, he gives you a chance created. For me, he was the 3rd best player of the game. And that's why my best 3 players of the game was Lunin, number 1, Chimini, number 2, and Endrick, number 3. Let's see what they gave them. Let's see. Okay, Jude for me was 4. Camavinga was not better. Oh my goodness. And this is why I don't trust any sort of rating scores. Another demonstration. The haywire of the match goes to Carlo Ancelotti for the bad substitutions, for the bad bringing the players that she should not be bringing on, taking the players which she should not be taking off. Nothing new, nothing surprising. But this win, of course, means that Real Madrid has got a healthy lead for the second leg, which is, of course, being played beginning of April. This allows us to rest a couple players, hopefully, because as you guys know, the table is looking crazy. And by the time we play them, there's going to be a potential in between right here and in between right here. That's going to be a potential quarterfinals if we get past Atleti. Don't forget to, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and, of course, comment your own thoughts about the game and what you made of the game. Peace.